turning 20 and turning 30 and turning 50 and being 70, it's not even going to feel like I got that much older. It's not even going to feel like that long of a time as we feel like it's going to be. It's been on my mind a lot lately that my entire life is ahead of me. And if you're young, you probably have your entire life ahead of you too, even though you might die tomorrow. God forbid. But it's just that I feel like it's all going to pass by so fast. I can imagine myself the last 7 years, 8 years. Bro, 2016 was 8 years ago and it's about to be 9 years ago. What the heck? Fidget spinners, slime, like NCS music, what the heck? I was trying to be a Minecraft YouTuber 8 years ago. I still remember it so vividly. How many 8 years do I have left? Like 10 of them max? I don't even know. Maybe not even one. Like time is just gonna pass by so quickly. And I'm scared. Because everyone is telling me, slow down, you're so young, you don't need to do this, you don't need to start a business, you don't need to like be so hard on yourself. And I'm just like, I guess, but I know it's going to pass by so quickly, and if I don't have a sense of urgency, I'm gonna fall behind. And maybe that's a trap in itself, because today's day and age where we grew up with social media, we're taught that we're always lacking something. We're taught that we're always slightly behind, if not a lot behind where we're supposed to be, where we feel like we're supposed to be or deserve to be. But that's not true. We are in this moment exactly where we deserve to be. Maybe not where we want to be, but where we need to be. Right? It's about time that we actually accept that and get to work. Because if I'm like, oh, I deserve 50,000 subscribers by now, 100,000 subscribers, whatever. Number one, that's not the reality. And number two, what the heck does self-pity do for you? Like, I feel like we're taught to pity ourselves today. Like, oh, I feel so bad for you. Yeah, take time to feel bad for yourself. Shut up. Get up. Get to work. If you're a man. Actually, have the discipline. If you're a woman, I think women function with emotions differently. They actually need to process it. I don't know. I'm learning about this as well. It's also been on my mind that masculinity and femininity is so screwed up in today's day and age. What the heck? What is the family dynamic? It's so broken. I was like doing there's this really cool experiment someone did with ChatGPT where it was like, if you wanted to break down a nation, what would you do? Well, it was to destroy the young men, make them addicted to porn, video games, instant gratification, and destroy the family unit where the man is like in charge of the family unit and the wife is like submissive, but also like, men and women are not the same. Okay, I don't care if you cancel me. Men and women are not the same, but they need each other. They're two sides of the same coin in harmony. That's what we've been created to do. We're not equal. We're not the same. And we're not meant to be. But we're both necessary. Okay, cancel me. What the heck? Honestly, I feel like the feminization of man has been more detrimental to society than we think. More so than we think. Especially in the West. But it's moving across the world to the East now as well. There's a reason why people are becoming more and more, depressed. Divorce rates are going higher and higher. People are getting, despite having more pleasure available than ever, right? We have so much pleasure available, but not fulfillment. I feel like it's because of a lack of masculine fathers and feminine wives and mothers who actually fulfill the family role. I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm 17. What do I know? That's just something that has been on my mind so much lately, because you can see if you went back 200 years ago, what would you have seen? Sure, it was like, oh, it's traditional, whatever you might say. But you know what divorce rates are nowadays? It's freaking like 40%. 40, that's almost half of the people that get married get divorced. You know what it was 200, 300 years ago with arranged marriages? It was 7%. 7! What the heck? And I'm not saying that's only because of like, oh, masculine and feminine has been like destroyed and out of balance. But people had more resilience to make things work. Now at the first sign of trouble, at the first sign of inconvenience, we're ready to throw up our hands and give up. But today we're raised in pleasure. And that can be so freaking disgusting sometimes. Just to even think about. We're in easy times. If you're in my generation or even generation before, I know you've probably gone through some terrible, terrible things, but for the most part, you have fed, like you have a roof over your head, you have food, you have clothes on your back, yada yada, right? You have a place to sleep, you're not in a war-torn country. If you are, God bless you. But for the majority of us, we aren't. and yet we're weaker than we've ever been, mentally and physically. Why is that? It's almost like we're a sedated population now, this generation, compared to the last few. Okay, sure, like we didn't have to prepare for wars and stuff. But also, we don't have to earn a lot of these things. I feel like so much is given to us nowadays, especially with the internet. Video games take up, like, oh my gosh, I'm 17, okay? I love video games. I don't play video games. I used to be addicted to them. I'm not advocating for them. But it's almost like they take a part of your brain that is linked to like reward systems and leveling up and progressing in something that you could have dedicated to something in life that would actually pay you and your family, but you're dedicating it to like a screen and effects on a screen and sounds, and it might get you social status in your friend group that does play the video games, but it's like, really, like, level up in life, bro. Life is the video game. What else? Porn. What the heck? What is that? These evil billion-trillion-dollar corporations know they're screwing you up and they're still putting that out there. What the heck? What else? Social media. They're making it as addictive as possible. You're on this right now, right? And I guess, technically, I am feeding into people's addictions. That's kind of what being a content creator is, right? You're feeding off of people's addictions. But it really hit me like, if I can feed off people's addictions and it's actually helping them, like they're coming back to watch, no edits in this video. Maybe a cut or two. I'm kind of fixing your attention span right now. Oh my gosh, that's a huge mistake. The bugs are after me. I'm fixing your attention span, okay? Trust. In this together. It's like if I can use people's addictions and use it to better their lives, I think that's a poison I'm willing to settle for. And eventually, yeah, I started on videos like this too, self-improvement videos. Now I barely watch YouTube at all. I barely scroll at all. And it's like, it gets to a point where it's not hard anymore. And this was the start of it, you know? So if I can be that for someone else, then that would be pretty cool. Yeah, this video is all over the place, huh? It's just a rant of everything that's been on my mind. What I'm not, like, when I'm zoning out in school, this is what I'm thinking about. Masculinity, femininity. I feel like, you know, look at this long TikTok boy hair. What the heck? I'm feminine, bro. I need to become more, like, based and actually strong and dominant. If my grandfather saw me, like, in the state I am right now, he'd probably be able to kill me in his prime. Right? Probably twice the testosterone I have. I need to get my stuff together, bro. My diet, my sleep, my training, everything. Mentally, physically. I gotta be better for not only, like, my bloodline or my future family, but you as well. I can't be leading 18,000 people and just being a subpar version of myself. I gotta actually step it up. Who I am when no one is watching. And you joining me on this journey, you gotta step it up as well. Who are you when no one is watching you, bro? Because that's what's really important. Because you know. And you're gonna spend 100% of your life with yourself. So you better crack it up and keep it together, bro. Get after it. If you want to hear more from a 17-year-old trying to figure out life, subscribe. It's a win-win for both of us. You know what to do.